I wanted to write a book about the Modi effect because I love politics and above all I love elections. And I'd watched the Indian election from here in the West through the media and only really felt that I was kind of scratching the surface of what was going on there. And then after Mr. Modi was elected with the majority that he managed to achieve, it was obvious that there'd been a really big event had gone on in India. So rather late in the day, I decided to catch up and try and find out what was going on. But I did it because I think a lot of other people in the West were also catching up. Suddenly here was this guy, new kid on the block, not a kid anymore of course, he's not a young man, but a new leader on the world stage, and people were scrambling to find out what made him tick and how he'd achieved what he had achieved in getting himself elected as Prime Minister, the first non-Congress Prime Minister to secure a majority in the Lok Sabha. So there was a great story to be told, and I was delighted to get the chance to do it. Well, he's obviously an extraordinarily determined leader, and I called the book The Modi Effect because I wanted to look at what difference Modi himself made to the election campaign. And also, I guess, what difference, therefore, through his own personality, he's likely to make to India. And I think that comes from the drive that he has, that he looks at every task as something that has to be achieved successfully. He doesn't consider failure to be an option. And he pushes everybody around him in the same way. So he sets very high ambitions for himself and for his party and for his country. And he expects people to fall in behind him and seek to achieve those ambitions. And I think that's something that's quite impressive. I think there's a tremendous opportunity for both countries, both for India and for Britain, in developing that relationship. It's obvious from the fact that David Cameron, as Prime Minister, was very quick to congratulate Mr. Modi on his election victory, and we've seen political leaders, including the Chancellor of the Exchequer and business leaders, going out there to see what new opportunities might be being created in the new India that we all hope and believe is being born. And opportunities the other way around as well. So I'm looking forward to Mr. Modi visiting Britain and helping to deepen and strengthen the relationship there as well. The economic potential is huge, and I think that's one of the main reasons why so many people are keen to see what's going on in India at the moment. But the strategic issues are not insignificant either, and I think it's obvious from when President Obama was there and Secretary of State John Kerry. They were looking at the strategic situation in that part of the world and the very important role that India can and should play in maintaining regional security and peace. So there's everything to play for, and I hope that whoever wins the election on May the 7th here in Britain will recognise that, and I'm sure they will.